Huckberry GORUCK collaboration GR1 Slick Backpack. Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dale of Dale's Leatherworks. In today's video, I am very excited to be talking about a piece of gym equipment that you don't need a membership for. So I don't really know how to start this video. So a couple years ago, I realized that I was fat, and I wasn't always fat, but I had gotten fat. I'm like, what's going on? How'd I get fat? Such a surprise. How did this happen? And so I started reaching out to some of my friends that are around the same age as me, because I always overshare with my health advice. That's how I've always been. That's just part of my personality. Sometimes we're all human, we get off track. You know, I'm big into health, but I had gained quite a bit of weight during, the lockdown starting in 2020. And honestly, I thought I knew how to stay skinny, what I needed to do to lose weight. I was big into intermittent fasting, though I wasn't quite doing it right. I was more so torturing myself. I wouldn't say I was fasting. I was actually doing 24-hour fasts, in that I would not eat all day and then just have dinner and probably eat about a 3,000 calorie dinner and wonder why I'm not losing weight, right? So that was a problem. So I had to be real with myself, and I had to start asking my friends, like, hey, what do you do to lose weight? And I started asking my buddy Nick from Stridewise, who actually turned me on to this company. So huge shout out to Nick at Stridewise, the man, the master himself. He set this thing up. He got me in touch with the good people at GORUCK. It seriously changed my life for the better. So huge thanks to him. And GORUCK was also kind enough to endorse me as an affiliate. So there is an affiliate link down there. So if you click that link and make a purchase, I will get a teeny tiny commish. Please and thank you. But seriously, I did a small series on my channel about a year ago talking about the health benefits of walking. Walking really is the golden standard when it comes to exercise, believe it or not. I never thought this. I always thought if you want to be in good shape, you need to go to the gym, you need to suffer, you need to sweat, you need to pump, you need to scream. It has to be, in order to make progress, you need to feel pain. That's actually not true at all. I was turned on to this exercise called walking. So what you do is you go outside. You know all those boots that you love to buy? The stacks and stacks of boots that you have in your collection? Well, what if I told you that it wasn't just cool that you have great boots and great style in great leathers, in great last, made by great makers? What if I told you that if you actually put those things on, went outside and walked for like 2 hours every day, you might live way longer than you would have normally otherwise, probably like 20-30% longer. I'm no doctor, but I talked about this in one of my walking health benefits videos, Tom DeLauer released a video saying that for every 1,000 steps of walking that you do per day, up to 15,000 steps, you decrease your risk of all-cause mortality by 7%. Meaning, if you walk 10,000 steps a day, you reduce your risk of all-cause mortality by 70%. Actually, past 14,000, I believe it was, you get diminishing returns. So 14,000 might be the gold standard of what you're aiming for. But all that aside, I think everybody should be in the habit of the end of your workday, after dinner, go outside, you walk for a half hour at least. Not hard. It requires no change of clothing. It requires no driving anywhere. It requires no memberships. All you do is you walk. Half hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour. I'm clocking in usually about an hour and a half after dinner myself, though I have gone out of hand and I'm getting a little, I'll admit, I probably do it more than I should. My recent goal has been 20,000 steps a day. I'm actually realizing that's probably way too much. I should lower that to 15,000. So I'm working on lowering my steps. I'm not bragging. When I find something that works, I like to really lean hard into it and understand mechanistically what's going on. So about 2 years ago, yeah, I was about, I want to say about 185 pounds, 180 at least. Pudgy, if you were watching my videos at the time, thank you. I don't know why you were, because I just looked like a mess. I've since changed my diet considerably. I'm focused on my macros. My diet's kind of funny. What I've learned to call it the dry diet. I eat a lot of carbs and I eat a lot of lean protein, and I cut out as much fat as humanly possible. And I know you've been fed all this crap about healthy fats and how you need them, and avocado and blah blah blah, and you know, David Asprey bulletproof diet, bulletproof coffee with your butter in your coffee crap. I tried that. I gained so much weight doing that, by the way. Let me tell you why they had it right in the 80s and 90s that fat is the enemy. Fat is the enemy. Out of the 3 macros, you've got carbs, protein. Per gram, a carb is 4 calories. Per gram, protein is 4 calories. Per gram, fat, 9 calories. It's over double. Now, what kind of joke is that? And now we have all these trendy new, like, diet influencers, health influencers, telling you that you need to actually, fat makes you feel full. And not only that, you need a ton of healthy fat. Get your healthy fat, your coconut oil, your avocado, eat your avocado toast, you know, load up on ghee and butter, grass-fed butter, all this nonsense. Like, actually, no. I hate to admit it because I've been so into micronutrients for the longest time, but it is so true that it comes down to calories in, calories out. So when it comes to diet, when it comes to weight loss, you want to focus on the best 2 macros there are, carbs and protein. Yes, carbs is absolutely a phenomenal macro. You need it in your diet. You need it to be happy. Carbs, you need to feel full. Protein will make you feel full. Carbs, also you need it to make you feel full. And here's the other thing. Your body can't process the protein without the carbs. When I started my weight loss journey, I was focused on protein, protein, protein. It's a fantastic macro. It should absolutely be at the top of your priorities, but that needs to come with some carbs. That needs to come with some simple carbohydrates, rice, popcorn, an amazing carbohydrate. My buddy Nick, he loves his legumes, his beans, his black beans. So do I. But point being, all this crap about keto, paleo, doing away with carbs, how miserable is that? Do you really want to live your life without bread? You think that's a good idea? No bread? No rice? Are you kidding me right now? Instead, you're going to load up on ribeyes, bacon, avocados, these really fatty, delicious protein/fat sources, and you're going to eat that. A ribeye is 1,800 calories. Did you know that? One ribeye is like basically your daily nutritional intake requirements. Like, that is no. My normal meal when I go out now, nice little 5-ounce sirloin, nice little chicken breast, some rice, some vegetables. That's what I'm going for. I'm aiming at proteins. I'm aiming at carbohydrates. That's been my method to success. I cut out as much fat as humanly possible. In fact, I'm to the point now where if I cook a steak, I cut the chunk, I pick it up with my hands and I feel it. And if it feels too gelatinous, I don't eat it. I'm going for dry stuff, right? The drier, the better. Anyways, I'm talking too much about nutrition. Let me focus on GORUCK. Walking is, if you think about it, it's been the epiphany of this whole channel. This whole channel, these 8 years I've been making videos, has been leading up to this moment of, holy crap, we all need to be walking a lot more than we're presently doing. When we get off work and we go home, sitting on the couch and watching Netflix is the worst thing you could be doing. Maybe do that for 2 hours a night. But I was in the habit of getting off work and then getting dinner, and then Netflix was the night. And it's like, no wonder I'm gaining weight, right? My diet's out of whack, my physical activity's out of whack, no wonder. I thought I was doing myself a favor by doing high intensity exercises. I was not, because high intensity exercise actually breaks down muscle, which releases ghrelin. Depending on your goals, this is a very bad thing. I was trying to lose weight. Ghrelin increases hunger. When you break down muscle, when you lift weights, when you lift heavy stuff, when you sprint, when you jog, you're tearing up muscle. Meaning, in the days after that activity, 3 days, 4 days after, your appetite is going to be at an all-time high. You can inhale stacks of pizza. It's a horrible thing. It's fine if you're trying to bulk up. That was never my goal. I'm not trying to turn into Thor. I'm not trying to turn into Superman. I wanted to shrink. I wanted my waistline to come down. My waistline from 2 years ago has shrunk a good 4 or 5 inches, and I'm very happy with the progress. I'm very happy for this community. I'm very happy for GORUCK, because regular walking is great. If you don't have a GORUCK, that is fine. I don't care. Get out there and just walk. Just walk for an hour, hour and a half a night. But I learned if you get a GORUCK, you could get like 40, 80 pound weights to throw in there. This backpack is designed to house a plate weight. I threw a 20 in there because, again, my physical activity, I'm aiming at time walking, not so much intensity. I kind of wanted to go light, and I remain that way. Full disclosure, I've probably used this thing for 20% of my active time walking. The other 80% is without this GORUCK backpack. Now, to contrast that with my buddy Nick, he wears his, I think, all the time. Whenever he's transiting, whenever he's moving around New York City traveling, he's always got this thing on. I do not. Most of the day, I'm just walking normal, no GORUCK. Evening comes around, dinner, I'll throw this thing on, I'll walk this thing for about 1.5 miles, I'll take it off. Why? Because this is sort of a high impact thing to carry around. It's probably clocking in at a good 22 pounds. That said, the shoulder straps are incredibly ergonomic. I make my own backpacks, and this is the heaviest and the most ergonomic backpack. They really did a good job with this. I could tell. Now, it is all nylon. It's a very high grade, luxurious nylon. This is very ergonomically built to accommodate rigorous walking and rigorous calorie burn. And not only that, but using one of these can increase bone density. Also, walking with one of these dramatically increases the amount of calories you're burning. So let me read a little bit about the specs of this. So this is specifically this one. This is the Huckberry GORUCK GR1 Slick Backpack, 26 liters. It retails at $345. It comes in 3 colors: coyote, ranger green, and black. So this is a limited edition run of a cult favorite bag. These are small batch and hard wearing backpacks. These are special forces grade materials. We've got YKK zippers, perform well in Middle East sandstorms. The 1000 denier Cordura is rainproof, 210 black panel and shoulder straps, 0 abrasion on fabric and skin. Yes, that's true. All new 210DHT high tenacity Cordura back panel, underside shoulder straps do not irritate skin or chew up apparel. Also true. Badass American construction. Every American bag is strength tested at over 400 pounds and ships with an ironclad lifetime guarantee. It's got a bomb-proof laptop compartment. The separate compartment keeps your laptop secure and flush against your back, while the false bottom protects your laptop when you drop the bag. It's actually inspired by Special Forces medical rucks, designed and inspired by military rucks. It opens flat for easy packing, while internal mesh pockets keep your everyday carry secure. It is designed to sit high on your back to place the most weight on your shoulders and back. The YKK zippers are silent, glove-friendly, 550 paracord zipper pulls. Lifetime guarantee, made in the USA, made of 1000D Cordura. Its base is double layered 1000D Cordura, 210D back panel and shoulder straps, zero abrasion on fabric and skin. If you're under 6'10", they recommend the 21-liter ruck. If you're taller than 6'10", they recommend the 26-liter ruck. Well, I wound up with the 26-liter ruck. I have zero complaints. That said, it looks a little big on me. If I were to do it again, I'd probably, for myself, order the 21-liter. That's because I am 5'8", clocking in at about 160 pounds. Now, if you weren't interested in going to the Huckberry website and shopping around there, because they do have limited collab bags available, you could go to the GORUCK.com website and shop around there, where they have the closest version to this one. The only difference I can see offhand is it actually has a lot more features. So this is called the GR1 USA Ballistic Nylon Cordura, the original. You can also get this in 21 or 26 liters in a ton of sizes. You got black, you got multicam, you got DCU camo, you've got black frog skin and wolf gray. You've got black and gold, navy and gold, Everglades camo, Java, and others. Anyways, so it says, from Baghdad to New York City, the GR1 was built to thrive in Baghdad and New York City, and has been tested and proven by Green Berets to meet life or death standards of quality, toughness, and performance. It has proven itself the world over and earned its greatest of all time status the hard way. One deployment, one event, one trip, 1 mile at a time, 1,000 events a year, 175,000 participants, and 200 Special Forces cadre later. The GORUCK Challenge is the most significant quality control program of its kind. No other bag is consistently put through more abuse, and GR1 thrives. The GR1 is built with a minimalist approach in mind and includes only the necessary features of an everyday carry rucksack. A bomb-proof laptop compartment, opens flat for easy packing, built with Special Forces grade specs and materials, and soft but tough 210 Cordura on the back panel and shoulder straps so your ruck doesn't irritate your skin or chew up your apparel. Proven to Special Forces standards, GR1 is synonymous with the best of American manufacturing. Each GR1 is built to last and comes with our SCARS lifetime guarantee. So the total weight is about 3 pounds. That's both the 21 and the 26 liter. Their lifetime guarantee, I like this. It is, you break it, we fix it. All GORUCK built gear, apparel, and footwear comes with our SCARS lifetime guarantee. And they also do 1% for those who serve. As an American business with Special Forces roots, we at GORUCK are proud to donate 1% of our annual top line revenue to various nonprofit partners who support those who serve. This means military, veterans, first responders, teachers, social workers, and communities such as military spouses. Wow. And so there was a lot of information in this video. I mean, a lot. But what I can tell you is, if I were to sum it up in like one sentence, you get this thing, you put a plate in it, you walk around with it all day whenever you're in transit, and you get more and more ripped as time goes on. It is true. If you were to ruck with a simple 20-pound GORUCK backpack, you would burn significantly more calories than normal walking due to the added weight, which obviously increases energy expenditure. Walking at a normal pace, 3 to 4 miles an hour, burns approximately 200 to 300 calories per hour for an average 150 to 180 pound person. Rucking with 20 pounds, simply by adding 20 pounds, increases calorie burn to roughly 300 to 600 calories per hour. So that is double the amount of calories per hour. So if you think about that, if you spend an hour walking a day, do you want to increase the calories burned by a minimum of 50%? Yes, please. I will take every advantage that I have at my disposal. We're living in the age of GLP-1 agonists, you know, Ozempic. And I have a lot of people in my life that are on GLP-1 agonists. No judgment whatsoever. The food industry has obviously been working overtime to poison us, to get us addicted to food. to get us loving food. And it's awful and I hate it. I consider literally all of us victims of that. No judgment whatsoever for anybody that's gotten overweight over the last, 10, 15 years. It's understandable. There's been a huge machine working against us all to make us very unhealthy and addicted to high calorie, highly bioavailable, highly palatable foods that are in no way beneficial to us. And so I try not to get too far into it on this channel, obviously, because I'm focused on like leather products and stuff. But if I were to be an activist for any cause, it would be the health cause. The GLP-1 agonists, there's pros and cons. I'm not going to go ahead and say get on that. But if you would like to entertain one last ditch effort for trying to get on weight loss medications and or something more intrusive, then I would recommend incorporating into your lifestyle an activity that is not difficult, so natural, probably arguably the singular function your body was made to do. Walking. Simple, we all do it, we need to do it actually. If you add a mere 20 pounds to your backpack with a GORUCK, which you could do with other backpacks, but the GORUCK is ergonomically specifically designed for this task, then I hope you will consider opting for a veteran-friendly company like GORUCK, offering a premium backpack made of premium materials right here in the United States of America. There is nothing more patriotic than that. And like I said, I've been using it very consistently over this last year for probably 10 to 15% of my walking time. I am not using this full time because I noticed when I was using it full time, my ghrelin was going up. I was eating more. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm also trying to retain muscle. I'd say that having one of these on for 10 to 15, 20% of your walking time is probably your sweet spot. I was told by a biking doctor once, a guy who basically analyzes your physiology in relation to biking. He said, 90% of your time biking you want to be sitting, but you want to be standing for about 10% of your total time biking. And I think that's true. I'd say for 10% of your day you should be walking, actually upright and walking. I know a lot of us have desk jobs, me included. I stand a lot throughout the day. I take a lot of breaks, and that all I do during those breaks is walk. Walking it's so fundamental to who we are, not even our health. Disregard health for a minute. What are we actually built to do? We're bipedal organisms. That's a very rare type of organism planet, last time I checked, and we should be taking full advantage of that and walking a ton. Look at all these boots behind me. They deserve to be used more. So anyways, with that, I'm gonna shut it down. This video is its own universe. I could talk for 10 hours about this subject. I hope I included everything I meant to say in it. If I did not, let me know down in the comments below. I hope you'll entertain the GORUCK. As a backpack maker myself, I vouch for it. I love my leather backpacks, but if fitness is my goal, then you need to fit one of these into your lifestyle. That's what I say. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're making good choices for yourself. Anyways, I will see y'all in my next video.